Good morning. Good morning. I made it through the night from my dog wound. I'm sure you all were on pins and needles about that. All right. I think I have a bunch of stuff collected and curated and separated. Can make a little bit bigger dent in things quicker. I have all this Ricola and then toffee, because some of these containers that I bought had toffee in them. Some had tea, which I used up at the hotel or threw away. Neither one of us are. Sweet tea, yes. Hot tea, not so much. But I've eaten the toffee. The toffees are pretty darn good, I must say. Take your teeth out, but they're pretty good. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to have a page of Ricola in the background and toffee wrappers, because I have a lot. And I have a couple tea bags. New English tea, Twinings, everyday tea, depending on what was at the hotel. I have all this. And then I forgot I bought a few things ahead of time. I bought this off of Etsy, which is London Heathrow tag. So I think I'm going to save that for my travel journal, my actual journal. And then I have all these little things I made. I don't need Stonehenge because we didn't do Stonehenge, even though we were told we were going to. Oh, here's Stratford upon Avon. Just what I need. Liberty. Okay, that's not time for that yet. And then I made just a bunch of little text boxes. And I traced a little guard from the castle. But I also bought these. And there's London. I think I showed you these when I got them. The London Eye, Big Ben, and a booth. They had those telephone booths everywhere. But then some of these are not appropriate. London's quite big. London. Oh, I like this one. You know I love a London boy. Not really, although my husband is English. Pantone, London Fashion Week. That does not apply. Ooh, this one does, though. Oh, I could use that guy. Saw those. Went by Hyde Park a couple times. Saw those. London is quite big. Saw Big Ben. Went across the London Bridge. That was cool. I'm thinking I can use... Oh, look at the bagpipes. Oh, I love those. Oh, with the Scotty dog playing them. I guess that's supposed to be Scotland. Oh, Queen Elizabeth. Oh. I might use that in my Hobonichi. Belfast. No. Oh, this is a good map. All right. I'm picking out the ones I'm not going to use. Oh, fish and chips. I did have a good fish and chips, I must say, at the Cotswolds restaurant. They had another restaurant in the same little vicinity area, and it was seafood. And we ate lunch there one day. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some greatness thrust upon them. William Shakespeare. Oh, that's fabulous. But I think I might save that for my travel journal. Birmingham. That's where we went. I hope there's 2 of everything in here. I don't know if there is. Edinburgh. It's on the bucket list. Men in kilts. Didn't see any kilts. Birmingham. Oh, here's another Birmingham. Okay. Westminster Abbey. Yeah. Oh, here's London. Heathrow. Made in the UK. Edinburgh Castle. No. London. That's a good one. Oh, here's the Royal Crest. Sort of. Nailed it. Martin Luther. I just saw somebody with this on a t-shirt. All right. Get on the heel. I guess that's what they say. I don't know. Teen Queen. Another London sticker. This is Buckingham. No. Is that Blenheim? What castle is that? I don't know which one that is. Kind of looks like Blenheim. I don't know. This is some of the stately buildings. Liverpool, no. Warning, objects under quilts may be larger than they appear. Okay. I'll about that better. This is not applied to us right here. So, where did I put that bag? Here it is. I'm going to put these in my sticker drawer. Stickers. Where is my sticker drawer? Stickers. Oh yeah, it's over here. I moved some of this stuff around at the very last minute, and so I don't know where everything is. Okay, Birmingham, I can put one of these in our thing. So I'm going to put one in here. And I'm going to put these in my zipper pouch. And where's the zipper pouch? The zipper pouch inside the big zipper pouch. I'm saving the good stuff for the actual journal. Here we go. But I also might have double in some places, which is fine by me. So, Birmingham, I'm going to put this one in there. All right. Then I printed a bunch of stuff yesterday, and I printed some more stuff today. That's for the actual real Hobonichi pages. So is this. And then these are like news items that were happening here, because I kind of like to have that in here, or at least in here. And then these are some quilts. Okay, so this is going to be in the actual journal. It's hard to discern what you want to keep for the real journal. Not the real journal, but the actual travel edition journal. All right. I have all of these. And I printed at these little rain clouds, but we only had rain one day. So how lucky were we? That does not apply. Now, I printed out travel somewhere, right here. I put all my travel stuff from Going on on the printer and just printed it all out because a lot of this stuff will fade. So this is a way to preserve it, at least in my lifetime. And I'm going to kind of, and it's a little bit, some of it is crooked. I'm okay with that. Crooked is my middle name. There's a loud blue jay out there. I think I'm going to do this and put this over here because I don't want to lose it, but I didn't leave enough room. We're going to cover up the T-Mobile that Delta was advertising because we really don't care about that. And then that's small enough to go in as a tip-in. And then we need to put, okay, Quilt Fest is right here. But I think I'm going to do something like this. And just, maybe just put clear tape on that and it'll be in here. On the travel day page. All right, clear tape. Ooh, right here. I'll use this actually. You should see this room. It is a disaster. But it might just be like that for a while. Because I'm also in the middle of contemplating, strategizing for Halloween. Which I now have a topic. Thanks to Merry Old England. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. Now, Saturday was the Quilt Festival. So, I'm going to cut this out. These are some of the quilts I liked. This right here, am I even in? Probably not. This right here are little teeny, I mean like a 1/4 of an inch size pieces. One of this lady's quilts had 31,000 pieces of fabric in it. And it was like a foot by a foot, 12 inches by 12 inches. Insane. Insane. All right, I think I'm going to put that there, but I think I'm going to use quilt washi tape if I can find it pretty easy. That's the key. That is the key. Well, this will work. Ah, here we go. This is better. Let's do this right here. I liked this American flag quilt, but it was all what they call log cabins. So if you can see, there are squares, like in the blue sections and the white sections and the white and the red sections, and they're little log cabins. And each one of them made a, then she added rows of cream or red or blue to get the effect. So it's little tiny, like inch by inch, because it was a good size quilt. American squares. Each one was finished about an inch, about like that. And crazy. Okay, so now I want to add, I think I'm going to put this fabric company that I got, the animal prints that I showed you yesterday. I'm going to put those back here. And I'm gonna, because it's a business card, I'm going to put double-sided tape just to keep it sturdy. Birmingham was a very industrial city, and I think it still is, with what industry is still left, like what industry is left here still, you know, that kind of stuff that hasn't gone overseas. But it also was very musical, is very musical. And they had Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, who was Black Sabbath, and the Moody Blues, and parts of Led Zeppelin in that era, in the 60s and 70s, all came from Birmingham at the same time. Pretty close. They each influenced each other at times, which is wild. It's like what goes through here, because a lot of times, like when I was growing up, a lot of the rock and roll people were from the Bay Area, San Francisco, Bay Area. Then they went to grunge, and they came from, I mean, not all of them, but there was a good influx of them from the Seattle area. Then, a lot of them now, there's a lot that came from the South. Oh gosh, what are those brothers? Anyhow, there's a bunch of people from... Now, I also have this paper that Jenny shared with me. Thank you. Which I think I might put here. Just a snippet of it. My husband and I are both much, much better feeling. But we're both kind of still very croupy. I think I'm just going to put that right there. Now, we got tickets from the trunk show that Jenny did, which I've seen her trunk show and variations of it several times, because she does it at the retreat center when I go to do my quilt retreat quite often. But she always adds a little bit here and there, and it was really good the other night. Just her, and I'm going to put this Birmingham sticker in here. Which matches the beautifulness of this paper. Now, I'm going to go and get my brochures from the Quilt Fest and see if I can't cut something out of there. to put on here also. I haven't even really looked at these. See, these are up my alley. I like art quilts. I like them all, but this appeals to my heart more. I want something that says Birmingham International Quilt Festival. Oh, there's Kay Fassett. Ooh. They had different stations where you could have speakers and or little classes. Where we had our trunk show. Oh, I would love to make some beads like this. Love to make some beads like that. But the where we had our trunk show was in a big closed off private tent that you had to have tickets to. The other ones you could kind of just schedule your day around them. But this goes on for a while. It starts August 1st and goes through Thursday and goes through Sunday, August 4th. Yeah, see, Jenny's trunk show. She did several trunk shows. Jenny Doan's trunk show. She did it several times. And had little classes too. It's quite a show. It's smaller than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. All right, where is... I guess I'm going to cut this out right here. Because I don't see... Oh, here's one on the inside. Okay. And it's thinner paper. Now, I've never been to the big, huge Houston quilt show, but it's supposed to be much bigger than this. But still quite spectacular, I must say. All right, to be able to say I've been to the Festival of Quilts in Birmingham, England, as a guest of Jenny Doan, because we got VIP seating at the trunk show. They had the front 2 rows blocked off for us, which was kind of cool. All right, I'm going to put that there. Now, this is my Hobonichi reminder. So, it's not planned out, really. I'm just kind of getting stuff down. Stuff that... Ephemera. And I do have a couple little stories. I did a little story this morning, early. I still haven't adjusted to the time. But I took some medicine yesterday, some aspirin, and it put me to sleep, so that screwed up the nap schedule. Now, this is what I wrote about the International Quilt Festival, Birmingham, England. Shopping, displays, artists, it's all here. A smaller venue than I had thought it would be, but jam-packed. Miniature quilts with tiny pieces, one with 31,000 plus pieces, and it's a miniature. Gorgeous wonky log cabins, abstract designs by Annie Folkard. Of course, abstracts always have my heart. Jenny's trunk show, where our group was treated like VIPs, was fabulous. Even though it is a variation of one I've seen before, it still astounds me that her mind is constantly creating. All in all, so lucky to have spent just one day at this quilt show. So I think I'm going to put that here. And I don't think I have anything. Oh, yeah, I saw Joe Cunningham, too. The guy that, when I went to San Francisco when I was visiting my sister, to see that ladies' quilts, she was in conjunction with her friend, Joe Cunningham, and he was in Birmingham. And he has been on the East Coast a little bit before this. I'm like, have you been home? He goes, nope. And I told him where I was in June, and he was on his way out the door. He was trying to get his coat and stuff together. Otherwise, I would have cornered him for a picture, but I didn't. kind of rude. But I have never met him in person, I don't think. I've seen him on YouTube and on other people's, like Alex Anderson's quilt show and stuff like that. Okay, so I have that. And I think I'm going to add this thing about the riots that were happening in England at the same time. Because they started right before we left. But they were really picking up speed while we were in Birmingham. Not where we were, luckily. But they were watching London closely. Especially when we were there. We saw them keep their eye on a guy from Northern Ireland, which I thought was interesting. Like Northern Ireland? All right, I have a couple of things here I got from the Everyday Explorers digital kit that I purchased. I think I'm just going to add that to this too. And these I just printed on regular printer paper. So they're not extremely vibrant because home printers, but that's okay. So I want to leave enough of this paper visible so that you can see it. So I have a travel day. I have the Festival of Quilts, and then I'm going to keep going. Yeah. And I might do part of Stratford upon Avon. Do you know what that means? Stratford is a... Okay, I got to think about this. I think I wrote it down, actually. Avon is Celtic for river. Stratford is Old English for small river. So, Stratford upon Avon. And the Avon River is what runs through this town. So, and we were on it in that little tiny boat that went up to the Shakespeare Theatre. I was confused with the theater in London, which is the round one, and the theater that was in Stratford upon Avon. But I got it straight finally in my head. I think I'm going to cut out, this is Shakespeare's birthplace and where he's been buried. Oh, and then we also had a welcome dinner that night too. I might hold this out for a little bit here. Now, I do want to put, I have to separate what I want to put in here and what I want to put in the actual journal. But right now we're practicing because we're waiting for our pictures, which are on the way from Shutterfly, which is actually only in Charlotte. And I haven't ordered pictures from them in quite a while. All right, that's Shakespeare's birthplace, his home. And I have a picture of it coming, so I can use that paper one here, and I'm okay with that. Then here's my journaling. Now, this might get repeated in the actual travel journal, because then I don't have to do it but once. And it's purposely wonky, because I'm kind of purposely wonky. And if you want to see some really great quilts, Jenny's quilt videos come out every Friday, and the one today, fabulous. The one that her daughter Natalie made, which was the last one, was fabulous. Okay, Stratford upon Avon. Avon is Celtic for river. Stratford, Old English for small river. Very deliberate with names of these small country villages. They all were like that. We took a tiny boat up the Avon River to the Shakespeare Theatre, which is very modern construction around one remaining tiny old part of an original building. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Adorable tiny village. A great start for our trip. He was married to Anne Hathaway. I knew that at 18, but I had forgotten. Had 3 children and became a famous writer. But Anne Hathaway, I find that interesting because there's an actress now, Anne Hathaway. All right. And I wonder if that was deliberate by her parents. I don't know. All right, so now we have Shakespeare. We have the guitar pick. And I have a few things here that I might be able to add in my Shakespeare section. So let's see. Shakespeare gift shop. These are all mine. Because I had a couple things that I had purchased, and then I found the Shakespeare gift shop, and I was like, oh, this one's better. So I have a couple I might do that one. Now these fade very fast. So I think in my journal, I'm going to actually photocopy them. So I can use as many as I want. But I have a couple postcards. And I might cut them up. This is not from this. Neither is this. Neither is this. Neither is this. This is all Cotswold. Okay. Which it's in the same place. Now I definitely want to put this bookmark in my journal. This is the little book tour we took, but I only have one of these, so I'm going to save it for my journal. Okay. Here we go. This is the theater, that building, which is very modern. And something else I hadn't thought about. I have two of these. I think I might just put one in here like that. Oh, here's a better picture of it. And these are the little, we took little glass bottom boat things. Not glass bottom, but these little canal boats up the river. Because you only go up a little bit of a... That's the church he's buried in. Here's his house. All right, so I think I have a picture of all of this. Sometimes I overbuy. I love this. I think I'm going to put this in here and save these for my journal. Yeah, okay. So all of this Stratford upon Avon stuff goes back in the pile because it's going back to the journal pile. These go to the Cotswold pile. They're all Cotswolds. All right. So I have to think about how I want to do this. All right, so we got the Quilt Festival, trunk show, and this is actually more for my journal, but I covered all that, and now I'm into to Shakespeare. So this is my working brain dump. Now, I think I'm going to glue this in here. Not glue, but you know what I mean. Now, that little ruler I bought at Muji for like 75 cents is perfect to rip off. Can you do it much easier? Yes. But if you want a nice, neat edge, it's much easier to do it this way. Well, oh, this is quilt fabric tape. I don't want quilt tape. I want English tape. And some people do it like this. I don't know how coordinated I am, if I can do it like that or not. There, you get a nice, pretty straight edge. Hopefully you can't hear my husband blowing his nose outside. It's charming. Okay, so now I can do this again. Am I in? Sort of. There are easier ways to do this, especially if you're not coordinated. All right. Whoops. Sorry, William. I think I'm going to do this here, that here, this here, and I need to cut this down a smidge because it is a little bit too long. And cutting off part of the little river and part of a chimney. So I'm okay with all that. All right. Now, this is my journaling. I'm just going to do this with little whatchamacallit, guitar pick. I don't know why I got the Beatles one, but I did. All right. I might, you know what I might do? I might photocopy that bookmark and shrink it and put it on the back of this card. Because that's all the journaling I'm going to do is right here. Oh no, you know what I'm going to do? I would love to try to draw a couple little things. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do them on camera because no artistic talent here. But I might leave a hole so that I can have like a little hole right here that I could put something in there perhaps. Even if it's just like me painting the feather from the bookmark. Anything like that is fine. And I think I'm going to cut some more of this ephemera from... And you know what I'll do? This is from Everyday Explorers. I get their email and they just happen to have a good travel thing that came out. Enjoy the journey. Off to the adventure. But I think I'm going to put my little Cotswolds house that I painted before I left. And oh, my husband, he's trimming the bushes right outside my window. Jeez Louise, the tea olive. So now I will put that there. And hopefully I do more stuff like that. I like that. He's scraping the side of the house. That's not me. If you can hear that. I would like to do more of this kind of stuff in the actual journal. Now I mailed myself a postcard, so I have that, but that's going to go in the actual journal too. This is me just kind of like a brain dump. And I get two of a lot of things so that I can dump cool stuff, because sometimes my brain is not always cool. All right. That is good for today. I believe. And I want to make sure I get this Van Gogh it with our felting class, because everybody's colors were like Van Gogh colors. Now I might... Should I put one of my little tea bag things here? Or save them for the journal? I might put one here. I'm just going to tape this loose. So really and truly, this is not rocket science here. Well, nothing I do is rocket science. But it is a good coverage. Good. Here's what's happening now in my life. What is this? Why is this loose? Halloween ideas, which have now changed. Go figure. Okay. I think I'm going to finish. I'm finished talking for a few minutes. Oh, I also did get, I don't pick these up as much anymore. I used to get them everywhere. These little travel books that they make in lots of tourist areas. But I did get one. And with the thought process that I'll probably cut it apart. But this is London. Just because what we did was so fast and furious. Buckingham Palace, St. James Park, Hyde Park, Victoria and Albert Museum. We went past the Natural History Museum. We went past Harrods. We went across London Bridge. We missed the Shakespeare Globe Theatre, but we drove by it. The Tower of London. And this is the Tower Bridge. We went across that. We stayed at Canary Wharf, but I still can't figure out where it is. It might be over here. What else did we see along here? St. Paul's Cathedral. Lloyd's. We passed Lloyd's of London. Ken was thrilled with that. The London Eye, we saw Houses of Parliament, Westminster Abbey, Westminster Cathedral. Number 10 Downing Street, we drove past the street for that. The Horse Guards Parade, we saw that. Now, next time I want to see, we drove past Paddington Station, King's Cross Station, Waterloo Station, Victoria Station, London Bridge Station. I don't think we drove through. Oh, Covent Garden. Where's that? Oh, there's the BBC. I saw, what is the name of that building? Scotland Yard. I saw Scotland Yard building. We drove past the Tate. St. James's Palace. Buckingham Palace, of course. I would love to see Notting Hill and the neighborhood right next to it. There's lots of like flea markets and shopping. That's where my husband's first wife, when their youngest daughter turned 16, she took her to Rome, London, and Paris. Yeah. And the mother had to rent space in a soccer team's luggage because she was coming home from so much stuff from the flea markets at the place by Notting Hill. Silver candlesticks. I mean, all kinds of stuff that weighed a ton. And she was throwing clothes away that she had just bought left and right with, no job. Guess who's paying for all that? Yeah. And, it's like their daughter was embarrassed, of course. Teenage girls get embarrassed easily. All right. What is it called? All I can think of is Peabody, but that's not right. But I can't find Coventry Gardens on here because we ate lunch there, where I got my Queen t-shirt in England. Anyhow, it was so much fun. It was quick though. Whew. London was like a whirlwind. But we got to see quickly almost all of the big, huge sites. Oh, it's really cool. Hoppin' place. Anyhow, all right. It's going to drive me crazy that I can't figure out what the name of those things are. I would have loved to have seen Wimbledon. And I would have loved to have seen Notting Hill and whatever that other place is. But alas, Paddington, no, the Paddington's not it. Saw a lot of Paddington the Bear stuff, though. And Heathrow's out here. Windsor, we saw Windsor Castle, too, on the way in. Some who were sitting on the right side of the plane got to see it, but we were not on that side of the plane. I don't know what it's called. And Jeremy Clarkson is the guy I'm trying to think of that has the show on the BBC about his farm. We drove past the road that you drive down to it on, and I got my husband a t-shirt. Hat, not a t-shirt. Notting Hill and... All right, here's Notting Hill. Where's the other one? Not Shepherd's Bush. I don't know. Oh, Baker Street. That would have been fun to see too. Okay. Oh, tell me to be quiet. Oh my God, 39 minutes. Speed me up, people. Thanks for watching. Bye.